This video is brought to you by Sangeeta Gadgets and Mobiles. Hi guys, this is Ranjit, and in this video, let's have a closer look at the iPhone 17. And many of you have asked me about the iPhone 17, and definitely I have to say the iPhone 17 offers the best value that I have seen from Apple in a long time. And I think so for 95% of the users, this might be the ideal iPhone. So let's get on with this one. And guys, I have had opened up the box yesterday. I wanted to actually use the device, so I have been actually using it for almost a day. And inside the box you don't get much. It just says iPhone 17 over here, and yes, this one it says it's manufactured in India, unlike the Pro. And this is the sage green color that we have, and apart from that we also get a braided cable. It's a USB Type-C cable and a SIM ejector tool. So we'll keep the box to the side. So this is the device itself, and again, in terms of size, they haven't changed it. Again, it's the same as the Pro series 6.3-inch screen that you are getting on this one. One thing I like about Apple is that, unlike some other smartphone manufacturers, is that even on this one, this is the regular one, not the Pro, but they didn't compromise on the parts and everything. This is also getting the ceramic shield too, and even back, if you notice, this is glass, and this is having that matte coating, unlike some of the other OEMs in the cheaper phones. For example, this is that Pixel 10, a regular one. Though it has a glass back, but they didn't have this coating. They have only kept it for Pro. So that way, I would say what I liked about Apple this time is that even for the regular variant, they are actually not compromising. And this time, finally, Apple is now giving us that 120 hertz refresh rate. Hence, scrolling and everything is very smooth on this smartphone. I always ranted about the iPhone that the regular versions didn't have that 120 hertz. But now even this regular version is having that 120 hertz. Another good thing is that now this is the base variant that I have purchased, and this is also having 256 gigabytes of storage. So finally, I would say even the regular iPhone is now not compromised. So thumbs up to Apple for that, I have to say. And overall, I would say this feels very solid in terms of build quality. Also, I do not have any problems. Another thing that I like is that, again, even in terms of the screen quality, it is the same screen quality that you're getting on the higher end versions. This one also, in terms of that peak brightness, is that 3000 nits. And in morning, I did use it outdoors, and I was also taking some photographs, video, etc. in outdoors, and it's easily visible. So that way, I would say Apple has not compromised on that one. So very good. Of course, we have that Face ID, and as you can see, this photograph also I took with the iPhone. I was just playing around with the wallpapers. You can have a lot of customization now with iOS 26. Even the back wallpaper is the one that I've taken in my office. I'll show you the samples later on. So overall, it's very nice. Now this is having this slightly newer chip, that is the Apple A19, and overall it's fast. I did not have any issues. In fact, yesterday I ran benchmark on this one. Let me, Geekbench, yes, as you can see. It just went away, but I'll have a screenshot to give you an idea about that. As you can see, we got a single core score of 3443, and for multi-core we got a score of 8920. So not much far away from the Pro series, I would say, in terms of the CPU that you're getting. So again, in that aspect, the only place where I noticed a little bit of heating on this one was that when I was charging the phone, this does get quite a bit hot, I would say. And also, of course, when I was using the camera, this portion can get a little bit hot to touch. So that's what I have noticed. Apart from that, again, this railing is also aluminum on this one. Back is again glass. Another small thing that I like about this smartphone is that of course this also have that MagSafe charging. Now it also supports the Qi 2 standard, which is that wireless charging up to 25 watts is supported. This is also again something that I like on the iPhone. They didn't gimp it. For example, the Pixel Pro, this regular Pixel, the Qi charging is only limited to 15 watts, but here it is 25 watts. Apart from that, again, very comfortable single-handed device that you are getting, comfortable to hold in the hand. Also, this is too early to talk about the battery life because this is just on the first charge. Yesterday, but I've installed all the apps, etc. As you can see, even paired the Apple Watch with this one. So I have been actually using it from yesterday. Let's look at the battery stats, and if I go over here, let's go back to the battery. And here, if you look at it, let's go to the view, all battery stats. Yesterday I had charged it fully at night. So yesterday I used it for 1 hour 31 minutes. Okay, morning I didn't charge, and now it is having 46%, let us say. So 1 hour 30 plus about 2 hour 44. So that you add about almost 4 hours 15 minutes, and that was with about 54% battery life. So I would say, but yeah, mostly this was in Wi-Fi. So easily about 7 to 8.5 hours of SOT you can get on this one. So certainly I would say the battery life also has improved slightly, I would say, on this one. So that way, that should also be not a problem for most users. Again, I didn't do gaming, but I did use the camera quite a bit. So that also uses quite a bit of battery. So regarding battery life, also initial impressions, I would say I don't have an issue. One small nitpicking I have is that haptics are decent, I would say. But again, I felt that the Pro series, the haptics are slightly better on them. But overall, I would say I don't have a problem. One thing that I really loved on this one is that again, I didn't purchase the older iPhone 16, so I can't compare it. But on this one, the stereo speakers are actually very, very loud, surprisingly loud actually. Let me just search for some copyright-free music. Okay, let me just play. This is copyright-free music, and this is at about 60% volume. Let me increase that. This is at full. So the volume and the speaker tuning is also very good. I would say in normal, when I was watching YouTube videos and stuff like that, I was barely going above 55% volume. It was adequately loud. So the speakers on this one are also very good. Don't worry that you have to go to the Pro to get the good speaker effect or something like that. Nothing like that, I would say. So that way also it is very, very good. Now, again, the big difference between the Pro and this one is that this one is not having that, telephoto zoom. That is 4x that we have on the Pro. But I would say, if you're not too much into photography, the camera on this one is no slouch. The good thing is that both the camera, the primary, which again has optical image stabilization, and even the ultra wide, both are actually 48 megapixel. And the camera samples that I took from the rear facing camera actually turned out to be very good. Before I show you the samples, the front facing camera, I have to talk about the sensor. And the good thing is that this is the same sensor that we are finding on the iPhone 17 Pro and the Air. So that's the same thing. And it's 18 megapixel, but instead of a regular sensor, it's a squared sensor. So what you can do is that, see, as you can see, this is the front facing camera. This is the regular, selfie kind of a thing. I'm just holding the phone like this, not like this or something. I'm just holding it like this. And as you can see, now this is the regular selfie that you see on the normal smartphones also, and you can take it. But if more people come, it dynamically expands a little bit, and you don't have to tilt. If a lot more people are there, you can also go in this aspect ratio. So you don't have to fiddle around with the phone like this, and all these things. And this is very natural. In fact, this works even in video. So I feel, and the quality of the front-facing camera also has increased quite a bit. One thing to note is that, guys, for going, this is the new layout in the camera. Again, if you want to go to the portrait mode or something, you have to hold it and then move like this. It's sort of hidden. But one thing that I've noticed is that if you go to the portrait mode, it's just going in this format. I'm not able to go to the other formats. For that, I have to go back to the regular camera like this one. But let me now actually show you the camera samples on this one. But before that, a word from the sponsor of this video, that is Sangeeta Gadgets and Mobiles. And you can get these smartphones, the latest smartphone, via Sangeeta delivered within about 30 odd minutes. But apart from that, if you're buying a new smartphone like this, they are also offering a unique price drop challenge. And let's say a OEM drops the price of your smartphone within 30 days of your purchase, Sangeeta will give you a coupon for up to 10,000 rupees. So again, that's also actually a very nice deal. So again, check out Sangeeta. I'll leave the link in the description. This was shot with the main lens, and you actually get that natural background blur very easily with the main lens. This was also with the main lens, but this was shot in the macro mode. Now, this was actually ultra wide. This is actually the main 1x lens, and this is actually the 2x zoom with the main lens. 2x also come out actually pretty good. Now, what I liked is the dynamic range also has improved quite a bit, and even in ultra wide, it's actually good. Another example, this is the regular shot, and this is actually the ultra wide. The ultra wide is quite wide. One more shot, was an artificial lighting regular lens, and this was with the ultra wide. Now in my office, and this is sort of dull lighting condition, this was with the main lens, and this was with the ultra wide. Now I switched off all the lights. This was with the main lens, and this was with the ultra wide. This was taken with the main lens, and again, still I would say the iPhones with the Indian skin tones doesn't get the skin color right. It's slightly on the darker side for us. This was ultra wide. This was in the portrait bokeh mode, and I feel the portrait bokeh mode is decent this time. Now, these were taken with the front-facing camera, and the new sensor is actually doing quite a bit of good job. And you can also take that wide-angle selfies with the same. And these were taken in the portrait bokeh mode with the front-facing camera. And I have to say, the front-facing camera has improved the most on these new iPhones. Recording this with the rear-facing camera of the iPhone 17, I'm recording it at 4K 30. Even 4K 60 is possible, but not 4K 120. Which I think so they're restricting to the pros. This is regular, and you can also go to the ultra wide, and this is the ultra wide. At least in the preview, even the ultra wide actually looks good, and that color shift between ultra wide and main lens is almost not there, so you can easily use these two lenses. Now let me just walk a little bit. So looks actually pretty stable, and I'm just going to climb these stairs also. So let me just now move to ultra wide again. So this is ultra wide. This is that 1x, and you can also go to 2x within the video. So this is the 2x zoom. Let me go back to 1x. So this was a video shot with the rear facing camera of the iPhone 17. So now I'm shooting the video with the front facing camera, and as this is a square sensor, I'm holding the phone like this. Then also you can get this view. So that's actually pretty cool, and I feel this is a lot more natural way to hold the phone, because you are not looking you're looking at the phone directly, and the sensor is actually sort of there, not at a particular angle or something. So this is actually pretty cool, and I like the fact that this new front facing camera is across, it's the same one across all the iPhones, the regular iPhone 17, the Pro, and the Air. So you're getting almost same quality. And I also like the fact that this actually footage is actually stabilized. In fact, the front facing camera also has optical image stabilization. So I feel, frankly, in terms of camera, the biggest upgrade what I have noticed is this front facing camera. And video also, it's a big boost for video also, and I won't be surprised to see some sort of this functionality in some other Android phones moving next year or something like that. But this is the footage, and the audio is also being recorded via its internal microphone, and this was shot in 4K at 30 FPS. So guys, this is the iPhone 17. What do you guys feel about this one? Definitely, I have to say this time Apple has exceeded my expectations, and I can easily recommend the iPhone 17 to my friends and family members confidently. Unless you are that pro photographer or something like that, you really need that third camera for that extra zoom or something. I feel for most users, the regular iPhone 17 is a great deal. And now even the base variant is coming with 256 gigabytes of storage. So you don't have to shell a lot more for that 256 gigabyte storage. So overall, I would say I'm very happy with this iPhone 17. I will also try to post more videos on the iPhone 17 later on, do a side-by-side comparison with the Pixel 10, because in the Android world, the Pixel 10 is also priced very closely, and Pixel is also known for its camera. So do let me know about that. Do you want a comparison between these two? But anyways, guys, that's it for now for this video of the iPhone 17. Again, stay tuned to my channel. A lot more coverage coming. I will also be covering the iPhone Air very soon, and I'll also be posting a full in-depth review with the pros and cons of this iPhone 17. Anyways, guys, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. This is Ranjit, and I hope to see you in my next video. Take care, guys.